Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Roland. Today, I want to talk about something that Christ talked about often. He talked about the kingdom of God. Over and over again, he talks about the kingdom of God. He said the kingdom of God is at hand. And so did John the Baptist. He said that was the good news, that the kingdom of God was at hand. Now, it's also called the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of God, or the kingdom of heaven, is at hand, and it's still at hand. It's like a parallel dimension. A parallel dimension. When Christ did his miracles, they weren't really miracles. To us, they seem like miracles. But he said that my only will is to do the Father's will. And so he was in the Father's will. And the Father acted through him. In the beginning, God created the universe. It was a willed action. He willed it to come into being, and it did. And it came into being through a marvelous medium that he uses, which is the pre-time force, or the ether field, or we'll call it the mother field, like that surrounds us. And in it, we live and move and have our earthly being. And he used that medium to create everything. Spin, electrons, protons, and all the marvels that you see around you, the earth and the sky and the stars and animals and plants. It's all made through that field. That was the medium that he used. And he can still use that medium today. Anytime he wants, he can make something. Just like that. And so it wasn't really a miracle when when Christ turned the water into wine. He was doing the Father's will. And so it happened. This parallel dimension is all around us, this kingdom of God. And when you are in the Father's will, not only are you close to him, but you draw closer and closer and go deeper and deeper into this kingdom of God, this parallel dimension. And so Paul said, in the beginning, we see through a glass darkly and then face to face. So in the beginning, you get a little glimpse of truth. And then a little more and a little more, every time deeper, more profound. And as you progress, you learn, your knowledge deepens because you're getting deeper into the kingdom of God, the kingdom of light, if you will. On the earth, we have the sun, and the sun has many marvelous properties, or in other words, the light from the sun has many marvelous properties, doesn't it? It enlightens. It makes things sparkle. It makes things gleam and glow. And it warms. And it also purifies. And it gives life. The food for the plant is actually the light. We talk about plant food. Well, all right. The plants use a little bit of minerals and what have you, or nitrogen, whatever they get from plant food. But their food is actually the sun. They take in the sun, and the sun is converted into roses and flowers, beautiful flowers and fruit and everything else. It gives them life. The sun, light, is life for the plant. So as you get closer and closer to this marvelous kingdom of God, kingdom of heaven, there's more and more light. It enlightens the mind. You see things more and more clearly. And also, then when you do the Father's will, then that kingdom extends through you. You become the medium, just as the pre-time force or the mother force or this gravity field all around us is the medium through which the material realm came into being. Then you become the medium for God's will. As you bring a little bit of the kingdom of God or the kingdom of heaven to your little corner of the world. And as you do that, one time Christ said that he said to his disciples said to him, "Master, eat, eat." He said, I have food of which you do not know. He said, my food is to do the will of my Father. Can you see that when he does the will of his Father, then it becomes transformed into flesh and blood and action, and the kingdom of heaven is spread upon the earth.